What if you could stand inches away from a Tasmanian devil, or hand feed a kangaroo, or meet animals that literally exist nowhere else on the planet? Today we are exploring Trowunna Wildlife Sanctuary, a hidden gem in Tasmania that's saving some of Australia's coolest wildlife. Trowunna Wildlife Sanctuary is tucked away just outside of Mole Creek, about an hour and 40 minutes northwest of Launceston or an hour and 25 minutes south of Devonport. It is somewhat remote, but it is well worth the trip. You'll know that you're at the entrance when you see a big Tasmanian Devil statue. Since 1979, Trowunna has become one of Tasmania's leading wildlife sanctuaries, dedicated to the care, rehabilitation, conservation and education of the island's unique native species. Spread across around 70 acres of natural habitat, Trowunna is home to free-ranging kangaroos, wombats, quolls, Tasmanian devils, native birds and reptiles. Now, you may be wondering, how do animals end up at Trowunna? Some are here as they were injured by vehicles or got caught on fences, or in the case of some birds at the sanctuary, caught on power lines. Some will stay to be rehabilitated before making their way back to the bush, whilst others will stay at the sanctuary permanently. With other animals, they may be just passing through. Trowunna is in a reasonably remote part of Tasmania, surrounded by bushland and farms, so perfect for animals and birds to migrate through. Trowunna also participates in several conservation breeding programs, including for the Tasmanian Devil breeding program. This is to ensure that we have a strong population of Tasmanian devils that are unaffected by the facial tumours. When we were down in the area where all the roos and wallabies congregate, there was a bit of growling from some of the bigger alpha male kangaroos. It can be quite intimidating. You don't expect that sound to come out of a kangaroo, and people were keeping their distance. There was also a couple of park staff stopping people from getting too close as well, which is great. You can buy a bag of animal feed for a couple of dollars that can be fed to the roaming birds, roos and wallabies. Please don't try and feed this to Tasmanian devils or the quolls. They won't accept it and they'll probably end up biting you. We visited on Boxing Day early in the morning, so there wasn't that many people there. So you may have some of the roos and wallabies that are definitely happy to eat from your hand. The birds that tend to stick to the upper part of the sanctuary will also have a nibble on the feed, either from your hand or if you sprinkle it on the ground for them. Trowunna is open from 9 AM until 5 PM every day except Christmas Day. Admission costs $35 for adults and $20 for children between the ages of 3 and 15. Children under 3 get in for free. There is also a family pass available. Check out the Trowunna website for more information. I'll make sure there's a link in the description box below. There's interactive tours 3 times a day at 11 AM, 1 PM and 3 PM that are included in the price of your ticket. If you've never been to Trowunna before, or if you haven't been there in a very long time, I highly recommend taking one of the tours. It is possible to make your way around Trowunna with a pram or wheelchair, but it is going to be incredibly bumpy and there may be spots that are inaccessible when muddy. Walking sticks and hiking poles are also fine to use. Just be mindful that there is rocks and tree roots throughout the sanctuary and they're a bit of a tripping hazard, but it is nature. One thing to note is that there's not a cafe on site, so it's worth bringing a picnic with you or having something to eat and drink before or after you visit. At very least, bring water with you. If you're visiting in summer, I highly recommend remembering the holy words of surviving an Australian summer: slip, slop, slap, seek and slide. Whilst the temperature in Tasmania does not reach the same levels as the mainland, the sun here is quite strong to a point that you can still get sunburnt in winter. In regards to getting to Trowunna Wildlife Sanctuary, there is no public transport that is going to be suitable for you to get here. Whilst there is a bus service, it is geared more to getting people to and from work and school and only leaves and returns once a day. You will definitely need to hire a car or have a car of your own to get here. Tasmania is home to a lot of unique wildlife that only exists here, and with increasing pressure from forestry work and road activity, the work of sanctuaries around the state like Trowunna is absolutely invaluable. You can absolutely make a day trip of visiting Trowunna and the surrounding areas, which include 2 caves, King Solomon and Maricopa. I'll have a video about Maricopa Caves out soon, so make sure you subscribe for that. But the Mole Creek pub has a good reputation for food, or you can head further afield and spend some time in either Deloraine or Sheffield. I hope you enjoyed seeing Trowunna and seeing some of the cute animals that live in Tasmania. If you want to see more, I highly recommend checking out this video here. Thanks for watching.